Today's episode is brought to you by BetterHelp. Is there something stopping you from taking that next step in your life? Is there something blocking you from being happy? Well, then you should check out BetterHelp.com. BetterHelp is an online service that will connect you with one of their professional personal counselors in under 48 hours. Their counselors are specialized in many areas, including stress, anxiety, anger, and depression. You'll be able to schedule weekly video or phone sessions with your counselor in a safe and private online environment. BetterHelp is also more affordable and a more convenient option than the traditional in-person counseling. We here at the 2-on-1 podcast want you to start living a happier life today. As a listener, you'll get 10% off your first month by visiting our sponsor at betterhelp.com/listener. Join over 1 million people who have taken charge of their mental health. Again, that's BetterHelp, BetterHelp.com/listener.
Lads, we're back.
You're back.
Whoa.
I'm off the IR.
Alex is back.
You've been activated, Alex.
I've
You're
been
back.
activated.
How are you feeling? Because you got your booster.
I feel great. I feel
Good.
I feel boosted.
Dow. Daniel,
sorry.
when are you getting your booster, Daniel?
I'm supposed to get it on Christmas Eve.
Good. I'm getting mine tomorrow, so you and I will be recovering at the same time.
We will.
So-
I wonder how Christmas is going to be like for us.
Yeah, I hope. Well, my brother and I are the one who cooked the turkey, so I need to be in tip-top shape. Well, because my brother ends up working in the gravy for 2 hours and I'm doing everything else, but we'll see how that goes. But first off...
First off,
Okay.
what are you holding?
Well, it's interesting you say that,
viewers.
Daniel, because to open the show, it's the quiz. And as the champion, I have my master sword because I am here to defend my title.
Okay.
I didn't know we were going to do that. I knew we were going to do the quiz. I didn't know I had to bring something.
All right.
I see you don't have a sword.
I don't have a sword. I'm looking around my basement.
You do have... I
What
know.
do I
okay,
have?
well,
I'm trying to look for something around me. Like, what do I have?
You know a thing or two about my basement, yes.
it is... There's lots of Lego there, thankfully, which I would trade my sword for, to be honest.
The Plo Koon Starfighters. Awesome.
So Daniel has decided to come back with a second edition of the quiz,
Yes.
which I'm very excited to hear. So, how are we doing this, Daniel? How's it going to work? And what are the rules?
All right. Well, the rules are basically the same as last time.
Could you refresh us because I don't remember?
Okay, so each
say the
question
same
is
thing.
is worth 1 point, but I have a few follow-ups, so you could end up getting 2 points out of one question.
That's
Okay.
the most Daniel type thing.
You can get 1 point. You can also get 2,
I mean
but that's
that
not for every
respectfully.
question. Okay,
Not for every question. I am going to go back and forth between Leafs and Habs, and I picked all of this information out from what we mentioned last time for the range. So from 2014 to 2021.
Okay.
Yes.
So, are we answering via a chat or?
I don't know. Did you guys last time you used a notebook? So what do you guys want to do?
Well, we can
or
do that.
do
I have my notebook next to me.
I could just kind of go like, okay, who wants to answer first? And then I'm like, okay, Alex, do you know the answer? And then I'll go to Adam. Or
But then what if we both have the answer and Alex goes first, but it's like I knew the answer? We can always do a private message in the chat of Zoom directly just to you.
okay,
Sure.
that's
Okay,
great too.
so we
Let's
can. I
do
have
save
that
paper.
set up. So
Yeah, let's save paper.
yeah, I don't know where my paper or pencils are either. So they're over there, but I'm gonna get up.
I
It's
lost my
funny.
pen.
It's going to be for the listeners and the people viewing the video. It's going to be like a 2-second pause of me just looking at the messenger. Like,
Yep.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
we'll fill it. We'll figure it out.
Yes, we will.
Daniel,
All right.
trust me, I have
So
a sword.
I'll ask you guys who'd like to go first, the Habs or the Leafs?
Well, I think since Adam won last time, it would be wrong to choose the Leafs.
Okay.
So let's go with the Habs.
All right.
Respect, okay?
Wow, great
RESPECT.
He's also Alex doesn't want to say the Leafs to upset me because I have a sword. I don't know if I
Yeah,
mentioned
that too.
that, but
That too. I don't know if it can go through computer
All right.
screens and stuff.
Adam,
how
would
things are.
Magic.
would you like to go for the bonus complicated one the first time, or just a a pretty solid one?
let's get nuts. Let's go the complicated, silly.
All right. Question 1.
Okay.
You guys ready?
Sure.
Sure.
All right.
sure.
Question
Let's
1. The Habs haven't drafted many players from Quebec lately.
Yeah.
How many picks did they make from their home province from 2014 to 2021?
Okay. Wow. Oh, okay. That is from 2000 what?
14 to 2021.
Oh my. Okay. So, that's a toughie, Daniel. Are you gonna give it to us if we're within like 2?
Within 1.
Within 1? Oh,
Yes.
you're cheeky.
Okay.
Oh my god. I'm just gonna throw it out there. I can only think of 1, but obviously I know that there must be more than 1. So I'll just throw a number out there.
All right.
I've also thrown a number out there.
Are you guys ready?
Yes.
Yeah. What's the answer?
The answer is 5. Alex got it right.
Okay, so who are they? Nicholas Waugh.
Okay. Oh, that was a bonus question. If you can name all 5.
Okay.
I know 1.
Okay. Let's just name 5. Oh my god.
I'll give you a hint for the bonus question though.
Sure.
Okay.
3 of them were in the recent draft in 2021.
Of course.
Okay.
Oh, I know. No, I think I know who 1 is.
So do I.
Okay, if you get 3 out of the 5, I'll give like half a point.
Oh, okay.
You're making it difficult to keep track of.
That's the only name I know.
Okay.
Oh my god, who's another one? I can't. Who they're the Quebecers? Because they're. Oh, okay. Wait, hold on.
Like, I think are you Googling?
I
this?
also thought he
No,
was
I'm
Googling it.
okay. No. Okay, I sent 3 to Daniel. I don't know if these are.
I sent 1. This is not my forte.
Wait.
This is interesting.
Okay, so
My third option-
Adam, you got 2 out of the 3.
Okay.
Alex got 1 out of 3.
Awesome.
So Alex, who did you say?
I said Joshua Wah.
Okay, I said Waugh. I said
Mhm.
Raphael Harvey Pinard, but I don't remember if he was drafted. And 1, I think he played in the queue, and I'm guessing is wrong, is Riley Kidney.
No, he was from BC.
Okay, well, who are the other names then?
Okay, the other ones are, so I'll go by the order from 2014 to 2021. So it is Simone Bourque,
Oh, yeah.
Raphael Harvey Pinard,
Yeah. Good.
William Trudeau,
Oh, yeah. He would have been.
Joshua Waugh, and
Yeah.
Xavier Simone.
Sure.
Yes.
That it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. So no one got it. All
They're
right.
all
We
about
will.
Quebec.
We will
So-
go to the Leafs now.
Wait,
So
did Adam get the question right?
No, he only got 2 out of the 3.
Yeah.
No,
So-
the first one, the original one.
No, you
no,
got
I
it.
got
Alex.
7. I said 7.
He said 7.
So it's
sorry.
1-0 Alex, right?
Yes.
Okay.
One
Okay.
nothing, Alex.
Wow.
And there are 10 questions?
I did. No, I decided to go with 9.
Okay.
Interesting number.
Yeah. So nothing. So like it's uneven, right? So
Smart.
So we don't have a split.
The drafting
Smart.
ones, Alex, is a clear advantage. My memory is that of a pumpkins.
Okay. You ready for the Leafs one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Get ready
This
to go.
one, actually, no. I was when I did this one, I'm like, this one might be pretty easy.
Okay.
So 2 rookie defensemen debuted for the Leafs during the 2014-2015 season. Who are they?
To 14-15?
Yeah, and they were rookies.
That was the year I got into hockey and I didn't care about anyone
Okay.
else. Okay, so 2 rookies made their debut in 14-15. Okay.
I'll wait for you guys.
The
Write
second
down.
one I think is wrong, but we're gonna go with it anyways.
I don't feel confident about my answer at all.
Okay.
Okay.
You
But
guys
I'm-
ready?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, no.
So Alex said Morgan Riley and Frank Corrado.
Yeah.
And Adam, you said Morgan Riley and Jake Gardner.
Yeah.
You guys are both wrong.
Is
Okay,
it
so
not
who-
Morgan Riley? Did Morgan Riley not debut?
No, he
in
played the season
14-15?
before.
How dare he?
The correct answer
Yeah.
is
I'm gonna hate myself after hearing
Stuart
this.
Percy
Oh, that's a name.
and Andrew McWilliam.
Who is Andrew McWilliam?
Sorry, did you started the question with this one might be easy, and then ended it with Andrew McWilliam? I don't even know who that is.
He was an NCAA guy. Like he played, like he made his debut like 25 because
Did he play in the World Juniors?
he did not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's rough. That was a rough
Okay.
one. So we're gonna have
Yeah.
to
I
move
don't
past
know.
that.
I feel
Okay.
bad.
That's a blind spot.
That one was rough. You said 14, 15. I'm like, oh,
I was like, man, I thought he was gonna be like this season. I'm like, San Diego. Like,
Really good.
All right, this one might be actually. I'm gonna go to the Habs now. This one might be actually a bit easier.
Okay.
So in the 2019-2020 season, 3 goalies backed up Carey Price. Who are they?
Okay, 1920?
Yes.
Okay, I
So
got
this was the first COVID shortened season, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I think I have an idea of who they all were. There's so many. I just gotta remember. I gotta jog my memory of who. Okay, I don't think it was this guy. I'm gonna take one name out.
Okay, Daniel,
I'm forgetting.
I sent a message. 1 second. I need to
Who
think.
the heck was the guy before? I don't think it's this guy, but I could be so wrong. I'm fairly sure it's not this I think my last name is gonna screw me here. The third name.
Okay.
I don't feel good about that. It's gonna be
Same.
someone obvious. It's just there's been so many backup.
Okay. Alex, you only sent me 2.
Yeah, no, I know.
Okay.
I'm thinking. I don't remember. Oh, it hurts. I don't remember. Whatever. I'll take 2. I'll take the 2.
So here's the thing. Daniel might be cheeky here because I think one of them only played like 2 games. So who are they? I think I know who 2 are at least.
Okay. So Adam, your answer was Lindgren, Charlie Lindgren,
Yeah.
Caden Primo, Anthony Niemi.
Yeah.
Alex, you just sent me
I just
Caden
said
Primo
2.
and Charlie Lindgren.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
took the L on that one.
So you guys are right for 2 out of the 3.
Okay.
So
Anthony Niemi was not the goalie.
He was the year before then.
Yes, he was the year before.
Yeah, he
So
cost them a playoff spot. Yeah. Who was the goalie I'm forgetting then?
It was Keith Kincaid.
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah, because he can only do his funny emoji things. He was awful. Oh,
Shoot.
that's what I forgot.
That one's gonna hurt. That one hurts. That one does hurt because
That one-
I think we talked about Keith
Oh,
Kincaid
boy, did we.
so much on this podcast.
I'm
Okay,
letting it slip
Daniel.
through my fingers.
Let's go to
All right.
question
That hurts.
4.
That hurts a
Question
lot.
4. We are back at the Leafs.
Okay.
It's also a goalie one. In 2016 to 2017, Freddie Anderson became the new number 1 goalie. Who were the 3 goalies who backed him up that season?
I know.
16, 17?
Yeah.
Oh, crap. Okay. I'm going to butcher spelling one of these, by the way.
Yeah, so am I. But I think Daniel, you get the point.
Yeah, I got it.
Oh,
That's all right. Just yeah, okay, I got it.
I think you
Adam.
saw the spelling for one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
no, oh.
Well, Alex, you want
Okay.
to correct
No,
your
go.
answer? All right. So, Alex, you said Jonas Enroth, Garrett Sparks, and Curtis McElhinney. Adam said Jonas Enroth,
Curtis
Curtis
McElhinney.
McElhinney, and Garrett Sparks.
I think that's right. I think Sparks is wrong.
All
I
right.
think
You want me to
Sparks
tell
is
you the
wrong.
answer?
Is it?
No, is it
It's
Kasky
Ant-
Slow?
No, is it Antoine Bibeau?
Yes, it is. But I don't know. Does
Damn
this
it.
count?
Damn it. I knew it. I knew whatever. It's okay. I'll take the L. I'll take the L.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
fine.
So, yeah, you guys were right 2
I-
out of the 3. It was Jonas Enroth. He only played like, what, 2 games?
Not even. Babcock.
Not
hated
even.
him.
And then Anton Bibeau had his debut. No, he played the year before, and then it was Curtis McElhinney throughout the rest of the season.
That's awful.
Wow, we're not doing great.
At least you have a point.
We're not doing great.
What is this? Question 4?
5.
Question
We're going to
5.
question 5 right now.
Okay. I'm gonna do this another Leafs one because it's a follow-up one.
Okay. Is it just 1 point?
Yes, 1 point.
Okay.
So also that season, so 2016 to 2017, the Leafs had 5 players who had over 60 points. Who are they?
Had over 60 points.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so you said 5?
Yeah.
Over 60 points, eh? Okay. I may be wrong on one of these guys, but I'm fair over 60.
Yeah.
I don't think he would have. Okay. I'm not feeling good about that. 16, 17. Okay, I'm not feeling good about that. I'm unsure on my second last name. Daniel.
I'm unsure of my last one. And my second last one, now that you say it.
Okay. Alex, you said Matthews, Marner, Kadri, JVR, and Riley.
Yeah.
I forgot about Kadri.
And
No, I forgot about
Alex, you said no. Adam, you said JVR, Matthews, Marner, Nylander, Riley.
I forgot about Kadri. He's
I
going
don't know. I don't know if Nylander had 60 points in his first
I think
season.
Alex is up 2-0 right now.
Daniel,
Yeah.
am I right?
Wait. Let me see. Let me just make sure.
How did I forget about freaking Kadri?
Okay, so
I
Adam,
don't-
you were wrong. You put Riley. It was Kadri.
So I also put Riley.
You also
which
put
means
Riley.
I'm
Yeah,
wrong.
it was
So what's
Nylander.
So Nylander had 60 points in his
Yeah, he had
first-
61 points.
Did. Man, I
Yeah,
forgot
so
about
the
that.
correct answer is Austin Matthews,
Yeah.
Mitch Marner, James Van Riemsdyk, Nazem Kadri, and William Nylander.
I can't believe I forgot about Kadri.
You know what? I think I'm mixing up Riley's season. He
It was
had
probably the next
a
one.
couple years after, or a year
He had
after,
like 70 points.
where he was on the Norris ballot.
I'm so
Okay.
upset. Continue, Daniel.
Let's go, Dan.
All right, so
I'm
we're
embarrassed.
back on the Habs.
Okay, cool. Maybe I
So
can
in
do
the
this.
2014-2015 season, 4 Habs had 50 points or more.
Oh,
Who are they?
4?
Yeah.
Okay. 14,
Wow.
15? Okay.
This is embarrassing. Okay, let's try this.
I'm trying to think who was decent that year. Hold on a minute. Okay, I caught myself there. 50 points, eh?
Mhm.
Okay, 14, 15. I'm confident. The second last one's making me doubt myself, but if all the other 3 were, I might be unsure. Oh, okay, never mind. I'm unsure on those 4, but yeah,
Okay.
I know for sure
give me-
2 of them should be good. The other two I'm
I'm
concerned
thinking here. Oh man. 14, 15. It's killing me. I only have 2 names.
The only Hab I cared about that year was Carey because he won everything. So this is gonna feel rough.
Okay. One
All
All
second.
right.
And I may be mixing up this one guy.
Whatever.
with
I have 3 names. Sorry.
Okay. So I'll
Okay.
go first to Alex. Alex, you put 3 names.
I'm not having a great thing, and I don't know if that's right either.
All right, Alex, you put Brendan Gallagher,
Yeah.
Max Domi, and PK Subban.
Is
So-
it Domi?
I think he had a really good year one year. I just didn't remember which one it was.
That was like 1920.
no.
And
no.
Yeah, it was a while ago. Or 1819, one of those
It
two.
was like 1819, I believe. Yeah.
Okay, so
And
let's-
Adam, you put Max Pacioretty, PK
Yeah.
Subban, Alex Galchenyuk, and Andrei Markov.
I'm unsure
That's
about
what it
Markov.
You guys are both incorrect.
Awesome.
The
That's a really
answer
good start.
is PK Subban,
Okay.
Yeah,
Max Pacioretty,
60 points every
Andrei
year.
Markov,
Yeah.
and
Parento?
legend of this podcast, Thomas
Oh my
Plekanec.
god.
How did I forget about Buchanan?
I was thinking about Thomas Plekanec.
I'm so bad.
I was thinking about Thomas Plekanec
How did
too.
I forget about Buchanan? He was their first line center. My mom's gonna throw me out the window when she hears this. Oh, I'm awful at this. So is this question number 8?
We are on to question number 8.
And we have 1 point among
1
the
point.
2 of us.
Yes. All right. This is a recent question. This is for the Leafs now.
Recent, thank God.
Recent.
I can't wait to get it wrong.
Prior to this season being halted due to the pandemic in 2019 to 2020, the Leafs had 2 players who appeared in all 70 games. Who are they?
Oh, Daniel, how could you? All 70?
Yeah. Because Montreal ended at 71 and then Toronto ended at 70.
Daniel, how could you? How could you do that?
I want to put Frederick Anderson, but I know that's not true.
Oh my
it feels like it. Or it felt like it.
I'm gonna be wrong. I'm gonna be so wrong. I think one of them I'm confident in. I feel
1
awful.
second, Daniel.
I feel awful about this. This is the worst feeling I've ever felt in my life.
I think this is right,
Okay.
and I might be confusing the years again.
Games.
Okay.
Oh,
So-
no, not the second one. Not the second one. Not the second one.
Okay.
This one.
Okay. All right. Alex, you put Mitch Marner
Yeah.
and William Nylander.
Yeah.
And Adam put William Nylander and Morgan Riley. You guys are both incorrect.
I think Riley, there was that weird stretch where there was just a bunch of D-men out.
Yeah. The
I
correct answer is Austin Matthews, and Tyson Berry.
The one season he stayed healthy.
The one season Austin Matthews stayed healthy, and I couldn't figure it out.
And Tyson Berry, who Leafs fans purge from their memories.
Forgot about. Yeah, I purged him from.
So
my
this
memory.
is 8 or 9. Sorry.
That was 8.
Oh my god.
So we are done with Leaf questions.
So I have to score no matter
So
what.
we have one more Hab question, and then I have one more that's basically represents both teams.
Okay.
And the answer is Thomas Plekanec for that one. No, I'm just joking.
All right. So you guys ready for the Habs question?
Yes.
No.
Okay. In the Jonathan Drouin, Mikhail Sergachev trade, 2 conditional picks were exchanged, a future 6th to Tampa and a future 2nd to Montreal. At the end of the deal, no picks were exchanged. What was the condition of the picks in the trade?
I'm not sure, but this just seems like it.
I took this from one of our episodes, by the way, because I remember we talked about it, and then I got confused because I'm like, who did the Lightning get with that second?
Does it have to be the specific number or just the condition? Like points scored, games played, or whatever. What are you looking for?
Well, there's only one condition that you mentioned in that only applied to this deal.
No, but do you want, if it's games played, for example, do you want the number too?
I don't know. I already made it so difficult, right? So I should have just no specific number. Just like give me the condition.
Okay. I think this is it.
Okay. So Adam put advancing into the playoffs and scoring 2.
Oh,
and Alex put games played. Alex is correct.
Oh my God. This is incredible.
The condition
incredible.
The condition of the trade was that if Mikhail Sergachev plays 40 or less games, then the picks will be exchanged.
It is incredible that I got 2 points this quiz, and neither of them were on Leaf questions. Like I'm proud of myself. I'm patting myself on the back.
How many points is the last question worth?
All right. I could do.
No, don't change it.
Don't change it.
Was it just 1 point?
It was just 1 point.
How could you? No gimmicks.
No gimmicks. I'm sorry.
You've killed me. What's the question? I don't want to get swept.
All right. In the span of 2 years, between 2017 to 2019, this center played for the Leafs and the Habs, and he was also traded by them. Who was it?
Read that one more time.
In a span of 2 years, from 2017 to 2019, this center played for both the Leafs and the Habs, and he was also traded by both of them. Who was it?
No, not him. I'm going to go with him. I'm not sure if he's a center, though.
I think I know his name, but I can't remember it because I know. Oh my God. I think I know who it is.
Okay.
It's a second one, Daniel.
So Alex has said it because I swear to God, he was the captain of the Laval Rocket. Oh my God. What's his name? Oh, no. I know it.
Yeah, I screwed up.
I can't even remember it. It's this one's Jacob Yarjabek. What's his name? No! If it's him I'm thinking of, I can't remember his name. Oh, who is he? No! I can't remember.
Okay, Adam, what are you gonna write?
I know who it is. Shoot.
Oh, Daniel, why do you hate me? I don't even know what it is. I know this isn't it, but I'm just going to put an answer anyway.
Okay.
I'm going to hear Byron Fraze! I'll write it in the chat. I don't know if it was Byron Fraze, but...
All right. Go. Okay, so this is kind of a weird one because You guys both said Byron Fraze, which is correct.
Okay.
But you also both said Kirby Reichel. So I don't know. I'll just give.
I never locked in my answer.
You guys gave. So what? So what? You guys both get what? Half a point?
Well, it doesn't matter. Give him the point.
I'll make it 3-1.
Give him the point. It's 2-1.
The thing is, okay, so Alex, you got it right, but then
then I
take your second one.
Exactly. So I got it wrong.
But then Adam put Kirby Reichel first and then Byron.
Yeah, but he didn't lock his answer in.
They didn't lock his answer in. Okay, so I'll give Adam the point.
Do you have any questions on the side? Because you had 10, right?
I did, but I decided to just go for 9.
Alex, would you like to double or nothing?
No, I'm taking the win.
Okay.
I'm taking the win. All right, I'm running.
Wait, for fun, do you have that question?
Hold on.
I just want to pull out a hypothetical here. I want to see if he had kept that, what the result would be. Byron Fraze, that cheeky bastard.
Okay, let me look for it because it was in my. I didn't put in the original. I like in the end, not the official quiz page.
Yeah.
Let me look for it here.
This is going to be like Michael Massey changing the rules of the safety car.
Yeah.
If Daniel, if we do this question,
and you're Christian Horner saying I need a miracle, and I'm refusing.
If this, I want you to know right now, Daniel. If we do a hypothetical, Alex gets this wrong, I get it right, and I lose via you changing the rules, I might quit the podcast. I might get this sword and come to Vaughn. As Daniel searches for it. Alex, how are you?
Not too bad. How are you? I can't wait to talk about Spider-Man.
Yeah. How does it feel that you're the new quiz champion?
Feels awesome.
That's good.
Yeah, I can't wait for the next one though.
Yeah.
I can't wait to absolutely get none of them right again.
Yeah, we're gonna have to review our draft classes apparently.
Oh, are we?
No.
Yeah.
The last lead to captain the World Junior team was?
Oh yeah, I found it.
I'm not sure, but
let's play this out just for to entertain me.
All right, it's another Montreal question.
Yeah, fair enough.
All right, so on June 24th, 2016,
you hate me. Yeah.
The Montreal Canadiens traded Lars Eller to the Washington Capitals.
Yeah.
For a 2017 second round pick and a 2018 second round pick.
Yes.
Who were those 2 second round picks?
I genuinely have no idea, so I'm going to go with 0.
Okay, so give me a minute. Okay, so one is okay, hold on. Because I think I know who one is. Give me a minute.
You can say it out loud. I'm not submitting an answer.
No.
I have no idea.
We're doing this properly.
Okay.
I really dug for these guys.
Hold on a minute. Okay, so are you going to put an answer in, Alex?
No, I'm not. I have no idea.
Okay, so that's one. And I think this is because this one is very relevant, this specific player. Okay, one at a time. Who was Daniel? You say it to me, and then we won't even. And then I'll tell Alex as I go. So who was one of them, please?
I have the trade up.
Okay, yeah. So please, who were they?
Yanni Aikinen, yes.
Yes.
Then the second one is
Jordan Harris.
No, he was a 3rd round pick.
Oh.
It was Olivier Rodrigue.
I would have lost anyway.
Okay. No.
Hold on a minute. I would like to check this.
Oh, you think they traded down?
I have notes of this somewhere. Because this was part of my thing.
I wonder if they traded down.
Maybe.
Because
they did.
They did.
They flipped it to Edmonton, and it became Jordan Harris, and the other one was Samuel Wood, who'd signed with Pittsburgh.
Okay, so I guess Adam did get it.
I would have been right as the trade tree.
You would have been right.
I was screwed by the FIA.
The trade tree. That's not how that works. That's not how it works.
That's not how it works.
That's not how it works.
That's not how the other second rounder.
That's not how. Yeah.
They didn't make the second rounder.
That's not the question. That's not the question. That's not the question. The question is. Daniel, no, I didn't get it right, but that's not the question.
You won. I just need to argue my case. So, Daniel, did you know that the pick was flipped?
Yeah, that's why. Because I'm like,
That's why he picked it.
that's
So
why I
you,
picked
you
it.
did a trick question.
I did. A lot of them
How
are trick
could you?
questions.
Where was the Leafs trick question?
All right,
feel
I
like
have
I'm
one
appealing-
more.
You know
Oh
what?
my
I'm
god! Wow,
appealing
you
this to
really
the
sound
FIA.
like Toto Wolff. You
I
really
am-
sound like Toto Wolff.
Mikey, this isn't right.
My
Mikey,
God.
Daniel, I've been done so dirty here. You wanted me off of the top of the seat of the 2-on-1 podcast championship. I feel wronged. I was right. I don't care what anyone says. This should be a tie. Okay, Alex, what did you think of Spider-Man?
Oh, we're gonna go right to
We're
Spider-Man.
gonna go right to Spider-Man.
Yeah, okay, we're gonna.
I guess I gotta put spoilers.
I have another trick question if you want me. It was for
No,
Alex.
the quiz is
Why not?
over. The
Our
quiz is over.
You've
I
destroyed the
can't do it.
integrity of the quiz.
No, you haven't, Daniel. You haven't. You haven't.
So Alex, we're going to talk about hockey after this, obviously. So Alex, you've not seen Spider-Man just once with us. You then went and saw it again with a friend.
Yeah, I went to go watch it again last night, which I mean, I guess the surprise element wasn't there, but it was still quite an emotional movie. I mean, you guys made a lot of good points last episode, but just overall, it was really good because not only did they bring in the idea that of like there's the good Spider-Man, and not that there's a bad Spider-Man, but the dark side of Spider-Man, which for me, not a lot of movies do anymore. They don't explore it the same way that they necessarily used to. And I think for them to...
Before you keep going, I just realized, just in case if you keep going,
Yeah.
potential spoiler alert for the movie. Probably.
Oh, no, yeah, no, it's okay. I mean, if you're listening to this podcast and the movie already hasn't been spoiled for you, I'd be genuinely amazed. Because anytime I'm on TikTok, every other TikTok is about Spider-Man.
Yeah.
But I think they did a really good job at putting Peter Parker through a legitimately brutal situation.
Mm-hmm.
And I think from the first two, like I think with Andrew and Toby, they got that kind of early on. Mm-hmm. But with Tom Holland, they very much left it to the third movie. Like, or you can make the argument they put it at the end of Endgame, which again is still two full Spider-Man movies before, or well, I guess one in Civil War. It was whatever. It's complicated, but it took them a while for him to go through something truly tragic. Either way, I'm excited to see what they do in the future. Can I just say there's a couple bad things, or not bad things, just things that people have been saying.
Drawbacks.
They're not even drawbacks of the movie, drawbacks of the fan reaction. I liked Willem Dafoe's performance in the movie.
Yeah.
But I'm nowhere close to comparing it to Heath Ledger's performance in The Dark Knight.
Are people doing
What
that?
people doing that?
Yeah, and I think I can't even come close to that. I can't. The second thing, I was a huge fan of Marvel and Sony bringing back Andrew and Toby. Not that I don't want them to do it again, but I see a lot of people talking about this continuation of having these three Spider-Mans. I wouldn't necessarily be a fan of that. I think I don't know if that's a hot take. I just think you're going to make it so much more confusing than it has to be. And I've already had a couple people say to me that Marvel's putting out so much content already. For them to now have three Spider-Mans would just make it a little more confusing. If you want to do the multiverse thing, similar to how, they bring together everyone in the Avengers, or in like Endgame, where they literally brought everyone back, you want to do it like that, that's fine. But I don't know if it's necessarily beneficial to have them come up so often, because I think you lose the nostalgia effect. I think a lot of that movie was very much nostalgic. Bringing back Doc Ock, bringing back Green Goblin was nostalgia. And I think if you do it repeatedly over and over and over again, you kind of lose that effect. Same with like retro jerseys when they bring them back, unless they're actually really good jerseys. It's cool to see them. It's cool to see the St. Pat's jerseys once a year, but I don't know if I necessarily want them to wear it 10 times or I don't know, 82 times a year.
How many Toronto Arena jerseys do you really need?
I don't know. Yeah, you're muted there.
Basically, you do not want the Amazing Spider-Man 3, like for some other people.
Oh, I saw
No,
that
no,
rumor
no.
too. Yeah,
I'm saying you want to do Amazing Spider-Man 3 to finish that trilogy off, or if Sony wants to do their own Spider-Man thing, but to combine it into the MCU, I just think it's not run its course, but it's its own thing. Don't try adding all these things into something that's successful.
Mm-hmm.
Not that Andrew's Spider-Man wasn't successful. There was other stuff going on there.
I think that's a big thing too. We mentioned last week, and you brought it up again, Alex, is the love of the movies because everybody had their own Spider-Man. Mm-hmm. But that's what you go for with this. I think that, and this could be purely my opinion, but you go in knowing that it is your Spider-Man because of the particular era that it's entrenched in and when you first watched it. And I think that it will lose that semblance or will lose that importance if you just keep running with it.
Listen, I haven't seen Miles Morales. I don't know if I ever will.
You should.
I'm not going to watch this Amazing Spider-Man 3 if they ever made it. I haven't even seen Venom 2. The Venoming. I like Carnage, but I'm not gonna watch it. But it was, hey, listen, it was just a good movie. It wasn't a D like some people for some reason were saying, but Willem Dafoe. Again. Speaking of Willem Dafoe, he's become such a meme the last few days. I keep seeing all these since we did that episode, all of a sudden you love that sort of data stuff. My Twitter timeline's just been full of Spider-Man memes. So it's just been here's Willem Dafoe, here's this, here's that. We don't have to Scooby-Doo this bleep. I saw something earlier today.
Yes.
I'm not over the quiz. I'm never going to get over the quiz. Anything else you want to...
podcast, though?
I may have to take a leave of absence.
All right, I got to make up we got to have another segment a bit earlier than I took between the two.
Okay. Yeah, what was that, half a year?
That was half a year, yeah.
I'll come with more than just a sword next time.
We might have to do a little more often.
I don't mind. Okay, so if the games keep getting postponed this, I will choose Into the Spider-Verse for a bizarre adventure.
You know what?
Force them to watch it.
Yes.
How long is it?
It's less than 2 hours.
We watched. It's actually a really good, genuinely
it's
good
really
movie.
good.
Yeah, but No Way Home could have been 15 minutes less.
It'd still be over 2 hours.
Yeah, no,
it was still over 2 hours.
Yeah, I'm just saying it could have been 15 minutes less. Okay. It's a good movie. I'm just saying, bit of I don't care about MIT. Just a bit of clip in there. Just get to Spider-Man versus Doctor Strange. Anyway, so Daniel mentioned there's no hockey on right now. If you didn't know, Tampa did play against Vegas last night. That was pretty fun. But for now, the season, it's paused. As a result, obviously, Ontario, well, not as a result of the league, but the league is sort of overshadowed in somewhat. Quebec's basically in a state of emergency now. Ontario numbers are going up and all that. But the government sucks. Only 1,000, what was it? Only 1,000 of these tests at Union Station, was it?
Oh my goodness!
Wow.
It was awesome. Something around there. It was just clearly not enough. But
so they're stopping until the 27th, right? Is that what the plan is?
I think it was, yeah.
So they essentially because I saw a lot of people complain about how they're complaining about how the league has quote unquote shut down, even though they weren't planning on playing games the 24th, 25th, or 26th. So they've essentially shut down for an extra 2 days.
What they've done is there's no chance of players being stuck in Canada if you're not a Canadian team for Christmas, which I don't hate. I want my family around, but it was... Did you guys read 32 Thoughts?
Not yet.
But everyone
Congrats, by the way.
Oh, because they were the number one...
Yes. Saw that from Emil Delich.
Yeah, number one to him. Playing... I don't know exactly what it was, but anyway, in the blog... there's this story about this WHL guy who was playing for Providence and sort of how they get him across the board. I won't say too much about it. People go read it. It's a really, really cool little story. What's not a cool story on top of all of this, and this isn't as heartbreaking as losing the quiz via technicality and, cut content. How dare you? The Olympics aren't happening. It's official. I thought they made it official a few days ago, but that actually happened today. So very, realistically, the next time the NHL go to the Olympics, or tentatively should be going to the Olympics, you can very realistically see there will be no Sidney Crosby, no Steven Stamkos, McDavid will be 28, no Carey Price, probably no Alex Pietrangelo. It's really sad.
Don
No
Tavares.
Ovechkin.
Well, I don't know, Don Tavares.
Yeah,
Tavares,
I don't.
no.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
So it's tough, but it was almost an inevitability at this point.
Can I be honest for a second? I wasn't a fan of how this all came out.
What do you mean?
It was very, and maybe I'm looking at it the wrong way, but it was very. It looked to me that it was the league's decision, even though we know both sides did not. At this point, there was an agreement that both sides did not want to go. I think Friedman brought it up on Monday's podcast, how there was this kind of reluctance from the PA to kind of back off because they pushed so hard when they were doing the MOU. And I read both statements that the PA and the NHL sent out. And to me, it was like, well, we're not going to go to the Olympics because, we've passed that threshold of games postponed. And, we got to do this during the Olympics. How about you say, we don't want to send our guys to China because a lot of them aren't really fans of the restrictions, along with the fact that the Canada and the US are dealing with their own COVID situation. They didn't have the league and the PA did not have to reel it out like this. They made that choice. And I don't think it was done the right way, in my opinion. I think this could have been done in a way that there could have been a lot of really good PR for this league. And they chose to go the same route that the NBA is going and saying, well, there's no logic to pausing the season. Well, because you're not losing money. People are still paying top dollar to go see your teams play, despite so many stars being out. Last week, Daniel, you confirmed this for me, but the Raptors played the Warriors, and there was a list of guys out because of COVID protocol. So,
their game tonight got postponed.
Yeah, it got postponed, and they're stranded in Chicago.
Oh, right. for the next few days?
I think so.
Oh no. Adam Silver Plus has very much been it's not going to solve anything to pause, which is, fair point, but that really sucks. Because they can't cross the border, eh? Oh, that's so rough. I feel so bad for them.
There's
especially not even just missing Christmas, but they've been away for that. This is probably the second straight Christmas they would have missed in Toronto, right? Because they were obviously in the States last year.
Well, I mean, half the team were already on protocol, so they're still in Toronto.
Still, that's still half of a team's worth of families that are going to have, dad or mom, depending on equipment staff and that too, that aren't going to be there. That's really rough.
A big point you brought there, Alex, is I agreed that in the statement, there was too much of an emphasis on we must have the 82 game season. It is a necessity.
Yeah.
And yeah, I know that's really important, but there are so many other factors in it as well that they could have mentioned there. And to that point where I said that, the Raptors still played the Golden State Warriors on Saturday. I believe, shout out Liban Osman from the Toronto Star, former Eye Opener sports editor, great guy. He showed the ticket prices for that game. And even at half capacity, even during a snowstorm, even the Omicron scare, tickets were still starting at $300, $350.
That's a lot of money.
And people are still going though, right? And
yeah,
that's why all these games are being played. Obviously there's a threshold to postpone a game because, a hockey team needs a certain amount of players. A basketball team needs a certain amount of players. But if there's enough guys, even if they're quote unquote replacement level guys, these leagues will still go on. They're just not saying that because that's not a good look for the league to say, well, we don't really care that replacement level guys are half your roster. As long as you're paying top dollar to see our franchise, our great teams play, there's absolutely no reason for us to shut down. I not that they're ever going to do it, but like, let's cut the crap. Like don't give me well, there's no logic in doing this and that. No, like, let's be real.
I haven't liked that for the past week. Every headline and every sort of podcast has been, no, we're kind of the same here, has been the Olympics are in jeopardy. It's like, we've known that for like 3 weeks. Please stop it. What about the idea? I prepared
myself already. I already knew it. Weeks ago, I already prepared myself.
Yeah. Well, it was once teams started shutting down, you thought, but I think since December started, it's just kind of been like, there were warning signs in like November when there were e-bugs left and right in the league, but there was some that sort of hope, and then Omicron is just sort of a pin. It's like you get a needle against a balloon, pop, and everything's changed and everything's a mess and everyone's kind of scared. So best on best tournaments. Okay, I know a lot of people are, and I had a brief conversation with Will Baldwin about this. About best on best competition. If the league were smart, they could probably use that 3-week window where the Olympic break was going to be to do a sort of World Cup of hockey. Or you could do one annually and probably do it without parity, aka let's not do Team Sum of Europe. Because obviously the struggle right now is there could just be a long break because some arenas, for example, are booked. I think the Bell Center has like 4 concerts. There's like Imagine Dragons. There's a Billie Eilish in there. But I don't believe that there are not 2 arenas that you could sort of book. So by the way, did you guys, and the conversation I was having with Will was about like marketing and that, right? Like how awful the league are at it. Did you guys, before 32 Thoughts mentioned it recently, did you remember there was a Winter Classic game coming up? Because I didn't.
No.
Who is it again?
But where is it?
It's like Minnesota and someone.
Oh yes, the jerseys. You're talking about the jerseys.
Yeah. I have not seen it. But again, like, those are local events, right? Like the Winter Classic, same with the All-Star Game. It's a local event. So I'd be curious to see if they're actually doing their service in Minnesota, right? It's in Minnesota,
yeah,
or it's in St. Louis.
You know what? Okay, there's one thing I'd like to say. I enjoy the outdoor classics, right?
Yeah.
But I never understand how they pick the matchups for these teams. Like, remember it was the Leafs and Capitals?
Well, we all know why Chicago isn't in the Winter Classic this year, like, or else they would be. They've been in how many? Mm-hmm. But I don't know. I wish I knew how they picked a matchup. I don't know. Like, they're doing Buffalo and Toronto in Hamilton. They for mind-boggling reasons, they haven't done Toronto and Montreal, which I'm sure would sell out quicker than anything ever, and they haven't done Toronto and Ottawa, which, like, I think there's people in Ottawa who would drive to wherever to watch their team play outside.
That's a good point, because, like, I remember for the first outdoor game, I recall, I don't know if it was the very first one, but I remember it was Montreal at Edmonton, and it was a fun game. That was when Jose Theater put the toque on the mask.
The Heritage Classic, yes.
Yes, that one. And I thought that was cool at the time. I'm like, as a kid, I'm like, okay, yeah, it's 2 Canadian teams, but I was thinking, I'm like, wait, why is it not like Calgary and Edmonton or Toronto and Montreal?
Hold on a minute.
Okay.
No, you're right. Damn.
Actually, Hockey Heritage, November 22nd, 2003.
Oh, you got it.
Yeah, for those of you not watching and only on the audio, I think it's Theodore. It is Theodore, and it's his mask, and he does have the toque. I've been meaning to hang this for a while.
My boy.
Yeah.
You could match, because I have the Jose Theater poster.
And I think it's at the it's at Target Fields, or is that the place where the Twins play? Anyway, apparently it is. It's where the Twins play. Like the Twins play. It's their stadium. Apparently the ice has been laid down, and that's why they don't want it. And it's money. Like, even if it's a local thing, I want to watch outdoor games. There's a spectacle. You know how funny it was watching the outdoor game when Corey Perry got thrown out. Miss you, by the way.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's just, let me know. It was kind of like when McDavid and Crosby played a couple weeks ago, and I didn't know until like day of. It's like, what? This is the future and the past of Hockey Canada. Like, like a side note I wanted to mention quickly about Hockey Canada. Remember a few months ago when I said it's not McDavid's league until he wins an Olympic gold? Like, he won't take it from Crosby, right?
Right.
Did you guys see how they named the World Junior Captain, like, leadership group?
It was Sidney Crosby.
They got the video of Sidney Crosby to announce it. Hockey Canada got Sidney Crosby to do it.
Which is surprising to me because I'm like, he was never, okay, like, I know he's captain of the Olympic team, but he was never captain of a World Junior team.
But who was captain the year they went then? Like his
for Crosby? Because when he won, that was 2005. So you're going to laugh at this. Mike Richards was the captain.
Mike Richards?
Yeah.
Was he a returning member of the team?
He was a returning guy. So like the assistants was like Bergeron and I think Fano.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did he even give Sid a letter? Well,
No,
I don't know. Question.
He was like,
sounds like Team
17
Canada.
at the time, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but hey, I'm sure he'd be like, yeah, cool, 1 goal, and he was the captain in 2010, was he not?
No, it was Scott Niedermayer. For the Olympic team?
Yeah?
Yeah, it was Scott Niedermayer. Crosby was an assistant.
Why?
They had 3 assistants that year. So it was Chris Pronger, Jerome McGinley, and Sidney Crosby.
Why?
I don't know why.
What do you mean why?
It's Hockey
Why would
Canada.
you do that?
Scott
It's
Niedermayer.
Hockey Canada.
I was happy when he was captain.
Because it's
Was
Hockey
it?
Canada. They don't really care.
That's so stupid.
Wait, let me just check. I may have been wrong about Chris Pronger.
Oh,
Let me
Daniel
check that out.
muted himself for a second. Well, no, I was just thinking, like, was he captain when he scored the golden goal? Because imagine how cool that would have been, but okay. While Daniel checks that, I think we're... Anything else in the Olympics, or are we good?
I mean, the Olympics are still happening, I guess. Like, we should still watch it. Because Canada always does quite well in the winter. Actually, they did quite well in the summer this year, too.
Yeah, they were,
But-
like Penny in that, especially where
Yeah.
lights
But
out.
again, like, I've seen a few people say it, that still people going to the Olympics for Canada. So,
Yeah,
It's like
still going to be
'cause
fun.
They won what? Gold in Pyeongchang? I mean, they won bronze in Pyeongchang.
They won in
didn't
bronze,
they?
yeah.
So
They lost to Germany.
They still medal, which is like I think kind of like
Hilarious.
because we're Canadian hockey fans, you expect the gold. Like World Junior is a bit different, but like any medal at the Olympics is like amazing. So,
Yeah.
and especially if they can medal and they don't have Sidney Crosby in the team, you're kind of like have a bit of respect.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mhm. I'd like to confirm. So I was correct. So captain was Scott Niedermayer.
Oh,
And
that's dumb.
his assistants were Chris Pronger, Jerome McGinley, and Sidney Crosby.
And that's why Sid was. Oh, that's why in that article I saw today, Sid was like, "I want to be the McDavid what Niedermayer was to him." I think that's still wrong. I mean, they won, so who cares?
Can I just tell you a funny fact that I forgot about this one?
That Lars Eller's trade? Yeah, go ahead.
So
I
this
could
was
be
the
wrong.
reserve team in case of injury during the tournament.
Okay.
Jay Ballmeister,
What? He was on reserve?
Leafs legend
Okay. good.
Stefan Robida,
I forgot he used to be really good.
and forwards Jeff Carter, Steven Stamkos, and Martin St. Louis.
I will forever feel bad for Steven Stamkos. So, okay, 2014 is when he broke his leg, right?
Yeah, he broke it like right before, and then he tried to heal before the tournament, and
And he
then
just-
they're like,
so
you're done.
He doesn't even have a medal because he wouldn't have made the team even, right?
No, because Martin St. Louis replaced him.
Oh, that's so bad.
That happened with Jeff Carter. Remember, they flew him to Vancouver, and
So-
then they're like, "Oh wait, Ryan Getzlaff's actually healthy. It's okay."
Was 2014 the year? Okay, correct me if I'm wrong here. I just want to get this right because it's always I always forget about this. Was 2014 the year where initially Marty was left off and he requested the trade, or am I thinking another Olympics?
Yep, that was the Olympics 2014.
So he still made it, but it damaged the relationship nonetheless.
Like he didn't make the initial roster, and then
Which is
that
wrong.
that damaged it, and then Hockey Canada, they try to balance out the bottom 6. They always try to do that, or the chemistry.
Which is dumb.
They try
And,
to make an NHL roster when they don't have to.
See,
yeah,
I was ready to come on this show if Bennington made Canada over Carey Price, and I was getting ready to rip because Doug Armstrong would have done it. I
Right,
was
this is-
ready for it.
this is an opinion I have. Like, if we're gonna go back to 2010,
Yeah.
like as you know, when I was growing up, like I didn't mind because I mean, also Ducks. I was the Ducks captain, but Scott Niedermayer was the captain. But you know why they did that?
Why?
Because remember 1998?
I wasn't born.
Okay, but Steve Yzerman, Wayne Gretzky were both on the team, and Joe Sakic.
Pretty good.
And they named Eric Lindros the captain.
Which is, and I bet he didn't play because he probably had a concussion.
No, he played. But, you know, and Mark Messier was left off the team.
You tell this. That's hilarious.
I remember, yeah. And then 2002, they're like, we're not repeating this again. So they went with, even though he didn't play like most of the season prior to the Olympics, Mario Lemieux was named captain right away.
And that makes sense because it's Mario Lemieux.
Yeah. And then prior to 2010, and this is just something I read, was, and I believe this was from TSN, was that Joe Sakic was given a spot anyways for the Olympic team, and then he was probably going to be captain.
Yeah.
But he decided to retire after the 2009 season. So that's why Scott Niedermayer became captain.
He probably should not have been on the team anyway, by the way, because he was old.
Do you know what? Sorry, go ahead.
He's still like a point per game guy like the year before, I think.
Do you know what I think about sometimes? If like Hockey Canada was run by guys who like weren't all friends, if they would actually build a really good team, like, because it's kind of assumed that it's going to be a good team considering the depth of the pool. But like, sometimes I look back and I'm like, really? Like, these are the decisions you made at the time?
Kunitz is the big one. It's like, why is Chris Kunitz on this roster?
Or Patrick Sharp.
Yeah, and again, like how like the year after or was it like right after PK won the Norris, he wasn't even like starting six, and you're like,
you know why? Because of Mike Babcock. He wanted the left-right balance. Like,
yeah, and he's awful.
I think this is when Brent Seabrook was really good, right?
I loved Brent Seabrook,
and he was left off the team for Dan Hamhuis because Babcock needed a left-hand shot,
which is dumb.
Well, yeah, yes, but I meant more of like the guys above Babcock. Like, it's just come on. Like, they're all friends. Like, they're all friends, and it's kind of ridiculous.
I just have one more funny story about Mike Babcock.
Daniel,
unless his name is Ron Hainsey, then he can play on the right.
Daniel, please make it quick. We're going long.
Yeah. In 2010, as much as I love Marty Brodeur, he almost lost to Switzerland. And Mike Babcock's like, yeah, I think that, you know, he was in a more competitive game and he really showed what he can do in the high pressure situations. I'm going to put Marty against the United States. And they lost 5-3 really badly. But, you know, it's funny when you talk about like they know each other and, you know, the old boys club.
Martin Brodeur is just a funny goalie in general. Anyway, we shall continue.
All right.
World Juniors. That's coming up. I think, is it tomorrow or all the exhibition games?
Yes, against Russia.
I'm excited to watch that. What time is that? What time is it on?
I think it's going to be, 5?
I'm asking. I'll believe that. See, what's really good about this is one of the best feelings about when you watch a really bad hockey team is like, the World Juniors, and you can watch the young kids. Because if you're a Habs fan, you have a few guys to look forward to, aka captain of the Czech team officially as of today, Jan Mysak, and Captain Canada, Tinguli. Let's go.
Congrats, Adam.
Yeah, can't wait. I'll be rooting for him this year. Let's go. And some of the other sort of names to be out there, Connor Bedard making it as a 16-year-old, which only a handful of players have ever done. You may have heard of Sidney Crosby before.
Is he going to play, though?
He's listed as the 13th forward right now.
So he'll finish fourth line left wing, and then he will be the captain first line next year.
No, he won't. He has to move his way up there. So it's going to be his third time around where he's going to be first line captain. It's ridiculous.
This is according to Mark Masters. He tweeted about an hour ago, and the one thing I'm surprised about with his team is that Shane Wright hasn't been drafted yet, but he's still listed as the first line center.
I mean, well, he was given exceptional status for a reason. But just quickly, some of the other notable names, you obviously mentioned Shane Wright, supposed to go first overall this year. Let's go. Can't wait to be a Hab. Cole Perfetti, Jake Neighbors, Mason McTavish, Dylan Gunther, amongst others that are on the team. Guys, each of you, just give me a name you're looking out for before we keep just doing a bit of a deep dive here on the World Juniors, because it's the only hockey we have right now. And Daniel, going to start with you here because you are our resident World Junior expert.
All right. So I am excited, and no Ducks bias here, but I am excited by Olin Zellweger.
Mm-hmm.
Second round pick. He was viewed as a first round pick type of talent, and he is listed right now on the top pairing as the right hand shot for Owen Power.
I forgot that Owen Power's on the team. For those of you who don't remember, the first overall pick last year, pretty decent. Alex, how about you?
Does it have to be Canadian guy?
Yeah, because we're talking about Canada.
Oh, you're going to talk about Topi?
I was, but that's fine. You know what? I've always been a fan of Mason McTavish. I really like that the Ducks got him third overall this year. I thought it was a little bit of a stretch, but I was a big fan of him. Obviously, when Nick Robertson and Semyon Daragachintsev were playing with the Petes, so I watched a little bit of them, and I really liked just the way Mason McTavish played.
Did you guys see, by the way, that the Hurricanes, I think, have the most prospects of the tournament? They're at 10, by the way. Obviously, McTavish, Anaheim guy, but I was looking through some of the drafted guys here, and that just kind of hit me. I'm like, wow, they are doing incredibly well. Obviously, beside Caden Gooley, because he's my guy, Owen Power, it's like I don't get to watch a lot of NCAA stuff, but whenever you get to see a first overall pick go back, which I can't remember the last time that's ever happened.
Eric Johnson.
Eric Johnson. When was he drafted again? 2009?
2006.
2006?
Yeah.
So a long time ago. I'm always interested to sort of see that. Also, like, you've got a lot. I don't know. Normally they get some returning players, but I don't know if there's been as much as these guys. I could be wrong here, but obviously Perfetti played a few great games. McTavish, obviously. And also, I like to see how Dylan Gunther's going to play, just so he can, if he's lights out, he can be like, hey, Vancouver, that's a pretty good player, isn't it? And Arizona's like, yeah, woo, it's really nice. The goaltenders are a big question, though, Daniel. Who's the starter here?
So, I don't know, because usually when Team Canada has a first round pick goalie, he's never really, it's weird. They never actually start as the starting guy. So Dylan Garand might get it because he came back from last year, even though he played one game. Mm-hmm. I think Sebastian Cossa is like, he's considered like the generational type of goalie for Canada that, you're going to give him the minutes.
Okay, what is that? I swear, is this the third straight year where it's like it's the next Carey Price and Andre Vasilevsky? Because I'm not, no. Yeah, and that's obviously the guy who Detroit drafted, who they desperately need, by the way, because their goaltending still kind of questionable.
But it's a crazy year. I tweeted about it that this is the first time since 2004, 2006 that you see multiple first-round pick goalies in the tournament.
Yeah. And
I think it's really the first time in quite a while that Canada has a first-round pick goalie. Like, the names that, and these are not in order, but there's Devin Dubnyk, who was a backup goalie to our friend of the show, Justin Pogge. Or we have Chet Picard, who I think, he was the backup goalie. Him and Leland Irving, they were the backup goalies with Carey Price. But it's interesting to see how that's going to go, because I know that you're not going to go by the draft status, but it's just so conventional to me that if you have a guy that was even like a top 15 pick, you give him the minutes. Like Spencer Knight was given the minutes.
Well, I can't think of a better World Junior performance the past couple of years by a goaltender, by the way. Just wanted to remind you, Daniel, of how great Spencer Knight is.
Do you know who you bring that up? I saw it the other day. I did not realize he was still eligible. Do you know who is playing for Russia this year?
Is it Askarov?
It is.
He's back. It's the last one.
Remember when who eliminated them again? Who eliminated the Russians last year? Because I remember, and people I think were talking about that he was going to come back. You've jogged my memory here. And after they were eliminated, Askarov went to center ice, and he just stared down the other team who had just eliminated him. And obviously last year, famously, Ray Ferraro was like a disappointed father with Askarov. And remember, he didn't have a good tournament. He kept dropping his stick, and you're like, does this guy know how to goaltend? And he had just gone like 9th overall to Nashville.
11th.
11th?
Yeah. 11th.
It's fine.
I think the big problem, and I think Ray Ferraro said it as well, is it's a guy that he doesn't, and it's saying like he doesn't realize how big he is,
Yeah.
but he wants to play like a Dominic Hasek.
Like a fish?
Yeah, like he moves
If
around
you
a
tell
lot.
me I want to play like Dominic Hasek, I'm like, okay, so you don't want any technique. You're just going to be a fish.
Okay, more of like a
You're
Marc-Andre
just going to
Fleury
flop
in his prime.
around. What?
Marc-Andre Fleury in his prime.
I mean, you have some respect for Dominic Hasek.
No, I know, but I mean, I'm comparing like because like Fleury was able to kind of combine like the butterfly, but he had like the highlight reel like glove saves,
He
and
still has the gills of a fish.
he was flexible.
Yes.
But overall, what I talk about this team is, and I think it's a lot more balanced than last. Like we talk about the Olympics and not taking, best player. Sometimes with the World Juniors, that's what they did last year, and it kind of burned them in a way. It's the way it kind of burned them in 2016, where they literally took every CHL captain with them, and they got eliminated in like the quarterfinals. And with this team, I'm finding it a bit more balanced. Like you have, an Owen Zellweger, you have a Carson Lambos, you have a Ryan O'Rourke, you have these traditional of this generation, like defensive guys, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you have a bit more of like the rough and tough kind of guys. Like you have Riley Grigg there. You have Justin, I believe it's Justin Skordoff.
I'm not gonna question.
I have to ask Alex Baumgartner about the pronunciation for that. But you have a lot of these guys who are a bit more of, not the traditional grinder, but the guys that know how to play the bottom six. For me, it's a great team. Canada's always a great team. But the biggest thing I'm going to have with them right now is their defense is really inexperienced. They only have Caden Gooley coming back.
See, and that's like the returning player thing is, I think, what's going against the States this year. Because if you think last year, they have, like, I don't know if Arfa Kaliev is coming back this year. I don't think am I wrong on that? But, he was on their top line. Zegras famously had one of the best turns we've ever seen. And now he's lining up in the NHL. Caulfield's obviously not there. Spencer Knight is not there. So if anything, like, even if, like, at least Canada still have the massive firepower and some, like, damn, some guys that made NHL teams. The States are a big question. Before we keep going there, though, Daniel, Oliver Kapanen also made the Team Montreal prospect, and that's for Finland. And while we're talking about Finland, Alex, go ahead and tell us about Topi Niemela.
I mean, I enjoyed watching him last year. I think he won best defenseman of the tournament last year, and he in the World Juniors. So again, Leaf fans are looking for him to take another step so far this year. And I don't remember what team he plays for, but he's been doing well for them this year. But again, like, this is all preamble until he comes over and does whatever he does here. I just hope it translates into the NHL, but I'm excited to watch him play.
As a 19-year-old for Karpat in the Liga, 24 points, 31 games played. Last year in 15 games, 4 assists, that's it. So, and again, those Scandinavian leagues, seeing a young player like that it's pretty decent. And yeah, the Leafs have had a few really good defensemen come out of there. I want to say that the year it was like the best defense in the tournament were like Romanov and Sandin. Romanov off in Montreal, but Sandin was up there. Niemela this year will probably be like right up there. By the way, Finland are just like, I want to say, Finland, but every year Finland are like, we're going to come in here and we're going to make life a little difficult for you. Because
their defense is their strength this year. Team. The only thing is, the concern is what I've been reading in a lot of previews, especially from TSN, is their center depth. It's not really the best, but that leads me to the next point that I want to hear more on, Alex, is Ronnie Hirvonen.
What do you want to know about him? Again, like, this is a guy, from what I've read about him in terms of what he's going to be in the NHL, is nothing fantastic. He's probably a guy who can fill out in the bottom six, which again, like, he was I want to say he was a second round pick. And I guess, yes, I'd love to have more from him, but again, who knows? Like, he could end up being I'm just using his name as an example, an Alex Kerfoot type who can play in the top 6, but is very well suited for the bottom 6 too, in the way that the Leafs at least play. Again, I think he's playing first line or second line for Finland, so I am interested to see what he looks like as well.
I was looking at practice lines, and I guess he was switched because he usually plays left or center.
Right.
He's been placed. He was the top line center in practice.
There we go.
Not bad. Also a note, apparently the tournament will be at 50% capacity. AAHF said it was a big blow, apparently. At least it's happening and you have fans.
It's in Alberta, right?
Yeah.
I'm surprised.
It's the second time.
Down. I'm surprised they went down to 50% in Alberta.
Alberta. Don't we love you? Love-hate relationship.
That's fair.
Just be safe, Alberta. I know that the restrictions are not as, severe in Ontario.
Man, we really ripped Doug Ford, rightfully so. Well, I don't know the culture of Edmonton, but you got to think some of them are kind of like, how are we handling it here? And it just seems like we're not.
I mean, I don't know about as many people in Edmonton or in Alberta. I just know the people that I do know are not exactly thrilled with the way their premier has handled it.
I'm not thrilled about something else with the Oilers, and that's some of their media. You know why? I'm not going to name them.
Welcome to the club.
But a member of the media said that, and I'm paraphrasing here, he doesn't see the Oilers being in on Chikrin. I think Elliot Friedman has started to say the same, but the reason that this reporter said so was that they had Downer and Nurse, okay, fine, pretty good player, and the leadership ability of Duncan Keith, along with prospects like Philip Broberg and etc. Now, this is what I said on Twitter. First off, who cares about the prospects? Are any of them going to be as good as Jacob Chikrin? No.
Maybe.
Second off, okay, no, but
Evan Bouchard,
for Oilers fans who are going to start saying that Philip Broberg is so great, I remember at the rookie tournament when everyone was losing their minds about him. So Oilers fans, before you start going off about Philip Broberg, remember that you were in such a state you complained about a rookie tournament performance, which means nothing. Anyway, it's Jacob Chikrin. My second argument is, ignore Duncan Keith. You want to keep Duncan Keith, go ahead. The argument is, okay, get Chikrin, and your left side is a murderer's row of Nurse, Chikrin, and Duncan Keith in the third pair role, which is pretty decent. You know what I mean? Chikrin is so good. I had him on my Olympic team. Who cares? Do Tampa Bay and just have a wicked left side. Who cares who your bums on the right side are? Move some of that money out and get a real bottom 6.
I even with Duncan Keith, I don't see the appeal. I just checked, and I know it's plus minus, but the way this team is supposed to play, he's -4.
He's also not a great person.
But don't even get me started.
If we're talking about his leadership, he's not.
Okay, on ice aside,
don't even get me started on that. It's just, yes, they should go after Jacob Chikrin. It's ridiculous. I don't think it's necessarily the best fit for him, but for the team, because they need defensemen who actually play defense. But to use the argument that, we got Duncan Keith. No, that's not it.
I think he's getting a lot more minutes for what he should be getting at this age. I know that he's still a mobile guy, but we've had examples of, Joe Thornton, Jason Spezza, where they were placed on, different roles now. And I think they worked out pretty well. And Duncan Keith, I don't know. It's just, it's funny when we talk about it. It's it should be this way, or, this is something that we should do. But it could always go back to that same argument. I don't understand. I don't understand his leadership X factor. I don't understand what they're trying to do with that, but I don't know. Jason Spezza, I consider him a leader, but he doesn't have to play in the top 6.
He's really good in his role, and he's got a bit of step, and I believe that he's a genuine person. And not even a comparison with Spezza. No, I'm sorry. You were gonna go.
Oh no, I was gonna say so I just pulled up their time on ice. So he has the third most. fourth most behind Cody Cece, Evan Bouchard, and Darnell Nurse. Darnell Nurse has the lead by 4 minutes.
Yeah, makes sense. What is it?
He's averaging 26 minutes and 24 seconds a game.
That sounds right.
How on earth is he going to keep that up?
He will until the playoffs, and then he'll be really tired.
And then they're going to be stuck in the same situation they were last year, where Mike Smith got tired because he was carrying the workload. And unfortunately, he didn't play his best. Neither did the team, but I don't know if giving Duncan Keith more time fixes that.
Are you looking at that at NHL.com, by the way?
On Hockey Reference.
Can you get up Thomas Chabot's average ice time, please? I'm just curious about that.
Yeah.
And then in the meantime,
how many minutes did he play last game?
Oh, yeah,
35, right?
Like
a little over.
Has he ever beaten his 2017 World Junior 40 minutes? I wonder.
Oh my gosh,
that was insane. Hey, and you know, I just realized. Remember who his coach was? It was Dominic Ducharme.
Oh,
remember
my
the playoffs? How
goodness.
Dom Ducharme didn't play his third pairing. The guy he loves riding his big defenseman. I'll tell you.
Okay, so
I hate him. He's a bad coach.
Thomas Chabot this season is averaging 27 minutes and 20 seconds. And that's crazy, right? That's ridiculous.
Insane.
Do you want to hear his last 3 ice times, average ice times since his rookie season?
Please.
So last year he averaged 26 minutes, 17 seconds in 49 games.
Yeah.
The year before that, he averaged 26 minutes in 71 games.
Jesus Christ.
Which that's the COVID shortened year.
Yeah, good.
The year before that, he averaged 24 minutes and 17 seconds in 70 games. And that was his second full NHL season.
He has really earned that $8 million contract. He's a little underpaid, ain't he?
So there's no minutes left for Eric Brandstrom?
Oh, Daniel, how could you?
No, there's not.
All right. Gentlemen, to finish off here, we're going to do 2 different awards. We're going to do this quickly. We're not going to each go through and be like, I think that Craig Smith should win the Hart Trophy because, but we'll go through here quickly.
Alex, no honorable mentions.
Yeah, exactly. We're putting a quiz together. Can we stick with the 10 things and not do any trick questions? I'm not going to get over that, Daniel. I'm never going to. Anyway, who are your guys' GMs of the year? Alex.
I'm sticking with my original answer, Julian Brisebois.
Fair.
Go look at the standings.
Mm-hmm. Alex.
I just went.
I met Daniel.
Is it weird to say Cal Dubas?
Yes. That's not allowed.
Not allowed?
His team is 28-2, so no.
I forbid you.
I don't know. I've been loving the moves. Everything I've just been talking about with him is just from the offseason until now. It's just, the low risk, high reward has really been there. Like we've mentioned Nick Ritchie in the offseason, but like I just knew it. I knew it. Andre Kasha was gonna make a comeback, and like David Camp was gonna. He's such a Dubas signing that I'm like, it has to work. There's no way it cannot work.
Fair enough. Okay, mine is Kelly McCrimmon because the man was mad enough to go get Jack Eichel. His team's been butchered to start, and they're still. I had to double check the standings here. They are atop of the Pacific Division. I just respect a GM who can just go out and get nuts, and I like what Vegas are doing. Even if I wanted Jack Eichel, we won't bother with the Lady Bing, the Selke Trophy. For the first time, I'm not going to go Pat Bergeron. I'm going Phil Deneau.
So am I.
Even though the Kings have been quite mediocre, but Phil Deneau was my Selke Trophy winner. You said the same, Alex?
Yeah, he's mine too. I think you go look at LA. They might be struggling overall, but go look at some of the players.
Daniel, who is your Selke Trophy winner?
Oh man, I wanted to say Alex Barkov.
You said it last year, so go
ahead. I did, and I think I'm gonna stay with that one because I don't know. He he's a guy that he even at his age, like he's 26, probably turning 27, and I think he's just someone that just keeps getting better at all aspects of the game. Like he's so complete.
You know, we may think if he's the closest thing to a perfect hockey player today. Jack Adams.
I feel like we don't.
Sorry,
I feel like we just don't see the ceiling yet.
Baumgartner's going to listen to that and go, "Oh, so good." Jack Adams, my coach of the year. It's not very difficult. I'm actually repeating. I didn't say him last year, I'm pretty sure, but Rod Brindamore, because they lost Dougie, and it didn't matter, and they are just rocking along the Metro Division with Carolina. It's Rod the Bod for me.
I'm going with John Cooper. He lost his entire third line. He is missing Nikita Kucherov again, as well as Braden Point. And he deserves it, man. I don't know how he doesn't have one.
And Tampa are first in the league.
I'm gonna go with Dallas Aikens. No bias here, but I really kind of feel that, you know, when we contrast what he did the last 2 years compared to now, where I said that it's a matter of time before he gets the most out of the young guys that the Ducks have been stockpiling, then like things are going to go well. And not even just the young guys, like the emergence of Troy Terry and putting him in the right situations has been big.
Okay, question. Where was that last year? Or is it Troy Terry turned into a top, 15 player in the league all of a sudden? And Zegras.
I think he was already there.
Troy got two top-line players, the likes they haven't had since peak Getzlav and Perry.
I think it's Troy Terry. He was already good defensively. Like everyone was talking about how he was a solid back checker, but it's just that NCAA shot, it just had to translate properly to the NHL.
Okay, Calder.
Alex, you're muted.
Sorry. I muted myself. It was a toss-up between Sider and Raymond, but I went with Lucas Raymond.
Daniel, I know who you're going to say, but go ahead anyway.
I was going to go with Brett Seney. No. Actually, no, I don't think he's qualified. He's already played 34 games, I think, with the Devils. So it's not Alex Steves. So, I'm going to go Trevor Zegras. You know, it's fine. You know, I'm the happiest when I say it. Trevor Zegras.
No, I was gonna go with Zegras too. I mean, the guy has the goal of the year, and he assisted on it. Not thinking. Vezina Trophy winner. Right now, I think this guy is dragging his team probably a little higher than they should be. My Vezina Trophy winner is Igor Shesterkin. He is so good right now. Freddie Anderson fell off a bit, but yeah. Honorable mention to Jack Gamble.
I also picked Igor Shesterkin just because, and I think Rangers fans would admit this. I don't think their defense is their strongest, as strong as they'd like it to be. So I'm going to go with Igor Shesterkin.
I'm going to go with him too, because I gave so much criticism to the Rangers where I didn't think they were developing all the aspects of it properly. They're getting there. They're just not there yet. But, you know, other than you think about that top pairing of a Ryan Lindgren and Adam Fox, I don't think that Shesterkin gets the same type of support for most of the game. So I have to go with him as well.
Fair enough. Okay, now we go to the Norris Trophy winner. Ben Sherratt is mine. Go ahead.
I am going with Adam Fox again. I looked at, what he does. He is the best defenseman on that team by probably miles. He's tied, I think, for the most points with Victor Hedman.
He is 31.
Right, 31. And I just think he deserves it again. He's played very well so far this year on that Rangers team.
Yeah. Hello.
All right. I'm gonna go with Cale Makar. I know he's missed a few games, but I just felt like, for me personally, I thought he won it last year.
Oh, same. Yeah.
So I'm gonna just go with Cale Makar. I know that there's been a few of an injury scare there, but I think he's gonna finish strong.
So I obviously am not actually going for Ben Sherratt. You guys know how much I love Cale Makar. I think he's the best skater in the league. He has 13 goals. He's on pace for like 40. It's insane how good he's been. And I also look at how injury plagued the Avs were to start, and he's still been that good. I think he got robbed of it last year. I think he should have been in his rookie year. He should have won it, but I think he should have been up there. Honorable mention though to Roman Josi, who is destroying the league right now, but he'll still never be the captain that Shea Weber was for Nashville. And finally, we don't call it the Hart Trophy. It is the 201 Podcast Award of Excellence and Prestige. I think I call it. It changes every day. But calling it MVP something else kind of sounded bad, so I kind of changed it. Listen, Alex Ovechkin's my MVP. I don't need to explain why, but he's my MVP.
Wait, so are we doing both at the same time?
Both what?
Oh, the
Fulton Reed and MVP.
Oh yeah, the Fulton Reed.
You just said it, or did you? Oh, we missed the Fulton Reed one. Sorry.
Okay, so Norris Trophy winner. I forgot we do it differently. The Norris Trophy to us on the show is just offensive defenseman. The Fulton Reed is best defensive defenseman. I will give mine to Joel Edmondson for defending Fix You for the Habs. Continue, fellas. I completely forgot about the Fulton Reed.
okay.
I'm gonna go with Victor Hedman. From the games I've watched of Tampa Bay this year, I think he is. To me, last year obviously I don't know if he looked his best. Yeah, like he's healthy. I think is the biggest thing. Like obviously we knew from about I want to say early March-ish, CJ reported that he was going to need surgery eventually. Obviously, they again went on an extremely long playoff run, and I believe he got the surgery. So he's back healthy, and he's looked better than ever.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to go with Thomas Chabot because he is playing like crazy, and he's still somehow on that team a +4.
I don't know his advanced numbers, but I'd like to look at his advanced defensive numbers. And obviously not really Joel Edmondson, my defensive guy. Because I forgot about the Fulton Reed, I haven't looked at the statistically best defensive defenseman in the league, but it's probably Jacob Slavin, so I'm going to give it to Jacob Slavin.
Fair.
Whoops. Or Devin Taves, probably. He's also wicked good.
He's missed half the season, I think.
Yeah, but when he's been playing,
Yeah.
it's been like the record with Taves in the lineup has been ridiculously good. And MVP again, honor prestige. I'm going Ovechkin. You too?
I have McDavid. The Oilers have scored 101 goals this year, and he has 49 points, which is almost 50%. He is contributed to almost 50% of the Oilers' goals.
Mm-hmm. Daniel.
Is it worth to say Nazem Kadri?
Yes.
You know what? I don't think he's like 5th in scoring. He has been so good. Think of where the Avs would be if they started the year with him and McKinnon out. I think that's a good shout, Daniel. He has been another world of play this year.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's comparables, but remember when the argument was Draisaitl won it because remember McDavid missed a few games. Yes. I'm like, this is on a whole different level that McKinnon and a lot of Avs players have missed time, and Kadri is still being so consistent for the team.
He should get votes by the end of the year. I think that's fair. Okay, the Christmas awards or Christmas MVP for the Leafs and the Habs, fellas, go ahead. Let's do Leafs first because I don't imagine it's very difficult to pick up Montreal's. My MVP for the Leafs is Jack Campbell. He's really good. Forget scoring goals. Jack Campbell is. Yeah. Statistically, I think he's the best goalie in the league right now.
Is that still? I know that was true
I could
few
check.
Weeks ago. I'm not
Him
sure.
or Shesterkin when it comes to goals saved above average. I'm pretty sure it's those two right now.
Either way, Jack Campbell is also my MVP. Pretty much for what you said, I just want to throw in Andre Kasha in there as well, just because he's looked.
You know who has the same side? Has the same save percentage right now, and they're technically leading the league?
If you say Garrett Sparks, I'm just gonna quit.
It's James Reimer
okay.
and Jack Campbell.
Reimer's been really good this year.
Thank God it wasn't Garrett Sparks.
That was about to say, he played the game, didn't he?
Yeah, for LA.
Okay. Daniel, your MVP for the Leafs.
I mean, it's Jack Campbell. Like, he's been the only constant on that team right now, the way things have been going.
Matthews has 20 goals and none of us said him. I'm actually kind of surprised by that. I thought Stan Campbell was going to be a bit wild. Okay, from an embarrassment of riches and choosings and all that, we go to the Habs. Who are your guys as Habs MVP this year? Go ahead.
Daniel, go first.
Hold on. I know a guy that I was gonna pick, but I didn't check to see if he was actually injured this whole year.
Just say it. I can probably tell you.
I was gonna say Jake Evans.
You know what?
That was also I was gonna say that too. Do we all have Jake Evans?
I know I do not have Jake Evans as the MVP. No, absolutely not.
Who do you have as
He's
the
good.
MVP?
He's like a fine bottom six centerman, but like, why do you have Jake Evans? Like, great.
Just like
So many guys.
Okay, so this is why. Okay, so like, you know, from growing up with the pains of the Leafs and the Raptors, and not really knowing what the direction of the team is going to be, or you know, a lot of losses, right? You deal with. You always go for the heart and soul guy.
Okay.
That wasn't my reasoning. My reasoning was I just think there's a lot of guys who have had disappointing seasons. Like I mean, if I look at the roster without looking at the stats, you look at Suzuki, Gallagher, Petrie. But the thing is, there's injuries. They just haven't played well. I mean, I could give it to Caulfield. It's just they've yo-yoed him. And Suzuki, yes, Nick Suzuki's points wise. I just think the team has overwhelmed him a little bit since Deneau left, and they kind of threw him out to dry a little bit, in my opinion.
I said Jake Allen. I didn't think it was even close. He's the only reason they won any game. It's like Mambo does have a win. Like Primo had one before, and Primo's played 2 games. Like Allen is like left. I almost said Moulton because he fired Bergevin.
Can we give it to Jeff Gordon?
No, because he hasn't done anything yet.
I know.
My close second was Cale Clegg,
who has been nothing. I honestly, you could say Sherratt because he's going to get a great return, but no, it's Allen, and it's not even close. Like, not even close. Daniel, I'm also a little upset that you mentioned Heart and Soul, and you mentioned Evans. I like Evans. No, I don't like Jake Evans, but you mentioned Evans before Gallagher.
I know. I'm sorry. I have a soft spot for Jake Evans.
Oh yeah, he's a great story, and you know.
Also, a friend of mine went to high school with him, so.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say not Mike because he would never shut up about it. Okay. Well, that's everything, I think. We're not recording this weekend, so next week will be our next show because you may have heard it's Christmas. I know you normally say Happy Holidays, right? But I feel like if it's the 22nd today, right? Is it okay just because Hanukkah's passed, right?
I think so, yeah.
I think
when
so,
is Kwanzaa? Yeah, I'm wondering, is it appropriate to just say Merry Christmas if it's like Christmas is what's left, or do you still say Happy Holiday? Like I'm not trying to be ignorant. I'm legitimately curious. Like, when can you say that? Because to the listeners, we hope you have a Merry Christmas or whatever you celebrate. I
just checked.
Yeah.
Kwanzaa, according to Google, starts on the 26th of December, and it's until January 1st, 2022.
Well, then we can say Happy Holidays, include Kwanzaa, New Year, Boxing Day, all that kind of stuff together. Then, to the kids out there, be good to your parents, or Sam's gonna come with some like coal, or maybe worse, Ryan Reeves will come.
Oh my God!
Just to lose her,
Give you
or
a stern talking to.
Even worse, your parents may get you tickets to a Coyote game. You don't want that.
Oh no!
No! If you're bad, you get to sit with Gary Bettman for an hour.
If you get to have a conversation with Gary Bettman about the positives of the hard cap, Twitter or none. Anyway, we hope you have a great time and all that. Whatever you celebrate, we hope that it's fantastic, or whatever you celebrated in the past this month has been great for you. You can celebrate Christmas and play the music now because we're not in November. you maniacs who do. I don't want to hear have a run for Christmas time in November. You maniacs. I don't know. I think that's everything. I will be protesting that test result with the FIA.
You're gonna protest it
Mabel-
with Daniel.
I'm gonna. Well, no, because I have to go above Daniel now.
No,
So
you can't.
it's the governing body of the pod. I'm gonna message voice ad. I'm gonna message voice ad and say that this is a technicality and against the regulations.
An
then
injustice.
naturally, because if it's like, well, technically if we're by FIA rules, we apply. Race Control, who work for the FIA, made the decision, so we're gonna appeal it to the FIA. So Daniel, you will be receiving my email by the end of the week. Naturally, you will not respond because of the holidays, and you will not probably get back to me until the middle of January because people don't know how the holidays actually work. And that's everything, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, happy holidays, everyone. And next time we speak, maybe there's going to be hockey. Who knows? We're probably just going to talk about the World Juniors. Okay.
Thanks, guys.